Happy spring, everyone. I hope that you're all staying safe and using this isolative time as a world globally that we're going through to come out of this time stronger, investing in yourselves and just making this the best use of your time now that you have it more to yourself. I do send my regards to any family members that are experiencing any type of grief at this time. I do send my love and blessings to you and your family. I am Empress Lazuli and you are your empire. This is your April 2020 Divine Session from the 15th to the 30th. Thank you so much for tuning in and stay tuned to the end of the video to see what messages I have for you. Hi Cancer! Thank you so much for tuning into this video for the second half of April, the 15th to the 30th. We're going to dive right in. I'm only going to keep it at about 10 minutes today for the spread, so I'm going to just start reading the cards. And you have the Birthing a New Age Oracle card to start with, so I'm just going to read this. It says, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Often our path is exactly the one that we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyway. Often what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. Be a container for it anyway. Often our creations seem to have a wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own. Birth them anyway. Often what is ours to do is the very thing that most intimidates us. Be courageous and do it anyway. We are birthing a new age. Beautiful, Cancer. All right, so at this time of isolation as a world that we're going through at this time, what are you being challenged to share? What is inside of you intuitively, emotionally that you need to give birth to? Okay, what is going on right now internally, intuitively with you, Cancer, that would like to be birthed at this time if you tune into your emotions? Okay, I feel that most, if not all of you, know what that thing is for you specifically. So keep this card in mind as we go through the spread and I'll touch back on it, okay? So you have the Two of Wands here for the energy as it is now. Definitely a reflective place. You're looking and I want to say it's like you're weighing your options. You're like, okay, this is how I'm always used to doing things. This is how, you know, I've gotten into a routine of doing things, or I used to do things in the past. And looking forward, looking ahead to birthing this new age, whatever you want to create, whatever intuitively is coming to you at this time to bring about, you're like, wow, okay, this is the old way of me doing things. And this is the new way that I will have to do things once I birth this new age, right? This is the point that you're at right now. So that's why I said most of you know what I'm speaking about when I'm saying what internally is nudging you intuitively to what wants to be birthed at this time, okay? So with that Two of Wands energy, let's clarify this Two of Wands here. Clarify Two of Wands. You have the Two of Swords, exactly. You thinking about taking action and moving forward towards whatever decisions you need to make to birth this new age is kind of keeping you at a crossroads at this time while you're thinking about everything, while you're weighing your options, okay? While you're looking at everything, you're just kind of, you're taking it all in before you make a clear decision here, okay? With the Four of Cups here for past influences, in the past, whatever you were taking action towards, I feel as if, you know, you're kind of over it anyway. That's my Four of Cups, please. I feel like the past way of taking action, like, you're done with that. Whatever job you may have had before this birthing a new age, whatever feelings you may have tried to have for certain things, like you're just like at a point where you're like, I'm done accepting offers from this old way of taking action. I'm finished, you know, accepting offers from this job. I know that I'm better than this. I know that I'm meant to do more. Some of you may be meant to teach other people. Like, you go to work and you're the person that, like, you go to work and you're always these two people at the bottom, right? And the whole time in your head, Cancer, while you're at this place, you're like, I know that I'm qualified to teach. I know that I'm better than this person. I know that, you know, I'm able to be committed and committed enough to be at a position where I'm teaching other people. Okay, with the Hierophant as well, on top of commitment, this is definitely some type of change that you're making with the number 5. A change to be more serious with yourself, a change to actually commit to learning new things, to learning what you don't know, learning about that new way that you would like to take action for the future, Cancer. And I just saw 505, the new way that you would like to take action as compared to the old way, but actually committing to it. Committing to it and seeing it through to the point where it actually provides you with some type of financial abundance, right? And after reaching that point of emotional or financial stability and abundance for yourself and fulfillment with the 7 of Wands, defending your position, right? Like, not going back down the hill after you've climbed it, okay? Being in a position where now that you have taken that journey, Cancer, anyone that tries to come up against you, or anyone that tries to speak down to you, you're defending yourself from them. You have the Page of Cups here for your attitude towards the future. So I do feel like with the Page of Cups here, you're wanting to offer yourself more emotionally. Whatever this is, whatever this intuitive feeling is that you have to go after something, you may be like downplaying it. Clarify Page of Cups and unconditional love, please. Yeah, like, you may be downplaying. You may be seriously downplaying. So, like, you may have an idea, Cancer, and you thinking about that idea, you're like, oh, that would be cool, you know, like, that would be a cool idea to do, or that would be nice. But little do you know, like, you're looking at this idea like this. You're looking at this idea that you have intuitively as that little fish in the cup, when really the idea that you have is like this ocean, right? It will cause you a lot of emotional fulfillment if you were to actually birth a new age and birth a new way of doing things, especially when it comes to what you feel you need to move towards at this time emotionally. Your intuition is playing a huge role, Cancer, because you're a water sign, and the cups cards represent our emotions, right? They represent our intuition. They represent that dark hidden aspect, that subconscious aspect of ourselves on the inside that we do not share with other people, okay? It can also talk about relationships, but right now all of these cards are looking very singular and focusing on you, not really anyone else. This whole spread is just for you today. But with the 9 of Cups clarifying the Page of Cups, you may be looking at this too small. You need to think bigger. You need to look at this idea that you have, as small as it may be. You need to look at it like it's the best thing since sliced bread. You need to look at this idea as your ticket, as your way. You have the Empress that came out next, okay? Whatever this idea is that you have, it could be very, very prosperous for you, creating a lot of abundance and helping you to realize and or just have more self-love for yourself here with the Empress popping out. Let's clarify this Magician for the possible outcome. Definitely manifesting this. Definitely. Clarify Magician and unconditional love. So you have the Magician here for the possible outcome, clarified by the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. So the ability for you right now to bring forward this new idea that you have, the ability for you to be able to like be abundant or create that emotional fulfillment from what you're doing, or what idea you have that you want to birth at this time, okay, is going to be dependent on your ability to balance everything out. Okay, and with the Seven of Cups coming after the Two of Pentacles, it's definitely balancing out any indecisive energy that you have when it comes to following your intuition and your emotions here. You may have a lot of options in your mind. You could be saying, Empress Lazuli, I know you're saying that, you know, there's an idea I have to birth a new age, but I'm having a lot of ideas at this time, right? Like, which one do I choose? Choose the one that you can actually tangibly like bring back down to this realm, okay? Especially as a water sign, being in tune with your intuition, sometimes you can create such elaborate you know, daydreams and ideas about things, and your creation goes wild, so much so to the point where like you can't control it anymore. But with the Seven of Cups, it's like you need to bring those ideas that are in the clouds, those daydreams that you're having, you need to bring them down to a more realistic plane. Okay, so that idea you have, take pen to paper, write it down, plan it out. Okay, what type of content can you produce to share this new idea that you have with other people? Do you need to create a social media account? Okay, do you need to create a YouTube channel and make videos? Okay, do you need to look up websites that create ebooks so that you can make a book, if that's what your idea is, right? So whatever your idea is at this time, whatever you're wanting to birth at this time, Cancer, make sure that in order to manifest it, you're actually coming up with a concrete plan and not just getting lost in the feeling of it. Okay, not staying stagnant and being like, wow, this would be so amazing if it was created. I would take action like this and this and this and this and this. Okay, but don't think about it. Make sure you actually end up making a move, right? After you evaluate everything, after you take an overall view of your past and your future, now actually make action to bring about those ideas that you have into the tangible realm. Okay, all right, Cancer, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like a personal spread or reading with me, definitely click the link below and we can get that poppin'. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I love you, and I will see you next time. Bye.